All right, so the next exercise we're going to go through, another upper body pull exercise for regressions and progressions, is the chin up. So my basic entry level version of the chin up would just be a full range of motion body weight chin up. So I kind of consider a chin up to be either palms facing you, or I still will sometimes say that a neutral grip is a chin up as well. But for today, we'll go palms toward us for the chin up. And when I have athletes do chin ups, I try to make sure that we start every rep from a full dead hang and go all the way to a chest to bar position, and then return to that full dead hang at the bottom. So if they are unable to do a full body weight chin up, our first regression would be to go just eccentric only. So what that looks like is they jump to the top. We can either set up the bail bars a little higher if they're a little shorter, or if they're just kind of a normal height athlete, we can use the bench. But it's kind of push off and jump to the top, lower themselves down slowly, using all of their body weight. Once they get all the way to the bottom and as slow as they can, they reset, jump back up, do another rep like so. So making it slower, taking the concentric action out of the chin up and just doing it eccentric focus to build strength that way. Next regression after the eccentric only version would be to take a band and do them band assisted. So I usually have athletes set their hooks and then wrap a band around their J hooks on the rack like so. So the reason why I do this is it makes it easier to kind of progress and regress band assisted chin ups on their own this way. So as they get stronger, we can either pick a thinner band, or we can move the band up or down depending on if they need more or less help. So from here, just have them step on the bench, step right out into their band, and that band gives them help to the top and makes it easier to access kind of that full range of motion for people who don't have the strength to do a full body weight chin up. Finally, our third regression would just be to go band pull down. I usually have them do a seated band pull down. So this is a far less complex version of the movement, taking a lot of joints out of it. There's not near as much demand on their core, and they don't have to manage their legs at all throughout the movement. So just sitting tall and just exact same motion as a chin up, they're just pulling that band down to the chest instead of pulling their chest up to the bar. But they can kind of adjust the difficulty by either grabbing more tension in their band, grabbing a thicker band, but just getting that full range of motion here as well. Reach at the top and pull to the chest. So those are my regressions. After a body weight chin up, if they're building a lot of strength and can do a lot of body weight chin ups, the first place we would go would just be a loaded chin up. So if you have access to weight vests, that's a great way to load a chin up. We can also, maybe not the most ideal way, but we can add a dumbbell just kind of between the legs like so they can do a chin up like this as well, starting from a dead hang and going chest to bar and then coming down nice and slow that way as well, holding a dumbbell between the legs. After a weighted chin up, we would go pull up. So wider grip, I guess you could argue that it's the kind of farther from your base of support, less muscle groups are involved, kind of taking the biceps out of it. Not completely, but definitely more than a chin up. So next progression would be to go to a pull up, much more lat dominant, still trying to get that full range of motion all the way up to the bar and down. And finally, we would just go loaded pull up. So same thing, we could add a weight vest, we could add a weight between the legs, we could add a dip belt with a plate hanging off of it, with the pull up with the forearms pronated, or the palms pronated on the bar like so. So those are kind of my progressions, regressions for the pull up. Great upper body pull exercise to build strength in your athletes.